Hi everyone and welcome to my UK portfolio review. Now I actually did record this video on the weekend and I was going to upload it on Tuesday, but because of the recent surge on Monday, there was a lot of outdated information. So the content or the portfolio that I'm showing you right now is from Monday, so Tuesday and Wednesday open won't be in this, so just take that into consideration. This is my portfolio from the 9th of this month or November, so yeah, just remember that because obviously when I've done this portfolio, a couple of things might have changed in the portfolio with it being 2 trading days since I've taken this data from my portfolio, but I'll show you all my UK portfolio right now. Some background on this portfolio, it's kind of been running from about April time, and well, for quite a long time I was just a US investor, and then quite a lot of people kept asking me like, Jacob, you know, you're from the UK, why don't you buy some UK stocks? They're really cheap at the moment. Obviously we had Corona, we've had a lot of Brexit over the last few years, and obviously the stock market has been very cheap on the UK side. I said, you know, have a go doing a UK portfolio rather than just a US. So this is where we've got to over the last few months, and like I say, I'll show you how everything's going, my position sizes, what I'm currently up and down on every position, and obviously we had a very good day on Monday, which did really help this portfolio, and that did change a few things around in general, but I'll kind of walk you through everything now and take a look. So if you do like seeing this content, make sure you smash the like button. If you are new, make sure you subscribe and we'll have a look. So this is my UK portfolio. There's some position, I would say that the biggest criticism I have is there's too many positions in here, and I do kind of want to trim probably 2 positions over the next 6 to 12 months at least, even though a lot of these positions are focused on like 100% gains over like 2 to 5 years. There's probably just a bit too much, and I want to leave opportunity to buy some other companies as well if they came up. But this is currently my UK portfolio right now, and like I say, I think that it's going to do quite well over the long term, and as a long-term investor I'm sure some of these positions will do really well. So I'll kind of like go around the portfolio and try to spend a bit of time on each positions, and you know, kind of some up-to-date information with what's going on with that company. So it always makes sense to start out with the top. So we'll start with 888 Casinos, currently up 75%. At one point that company was actually up 91%, but it has dropped down a little bit over the last week, but still very good gains on this one. Happy to carry on holding it because I think the expansion plans that I have in place will still help it do fantastic. So yeah, currently holding that one for quite a while. Next up, we've got Artel Africa, which gives me a bit of exposure into Africa, as the name kind of gives away. But yeah, I'm kind of holding this for a dividend play. I can't remember exactly the dividend yield. I think it's something like 5%, maybe 6% on that. And I do think there's some sort of growth on it as well. So happy to hold that one at the moment. Like I say, it's kind of flat, which I'm happy to like only go up a few percentage because like I say, I'm mainly focused on the dividend with that one. We've got Barrett Developments, which has kind of woken up over the last kind of 2 months, now up 17%. They brought out some strong earnings, and what I can see from the housing sector, seems like this company will only carry on doing really well. So yeah, I'm kind of in Barrett for some share price appreciation with the growth it has, fantastic balance sheet. But as well as that, I think that it'll also come back to paying a dividend at some point, and when it does, I'm sure that will help the stock price go up. And then next up is Boohoo, which beforehand, well, before on the last time we did this, you'd have noticed that made up quite a big chunk, but because everything going up in the portfolio and Boohoo not really doing much over the last month, it's kind of shrunk it down a little bit, but still makes up a good chunk of the portfolio. Currently up 11%, and it's crazy to think at one point we were up 50% on that one, but yeah, we're currently down 11. Well, we're up 11% on that one, and I'm just happy to kind of carry on holding that. My plan is to kind of sell out every time it goes like 300, and then every time it goes up 50p, like 350, 400, 450, it's just to sell like 10% of that position. But I do believe that over the like next 2 years, that is going to be a company that's like it will be a £5 stock. So yeah, I'm still a big fan of Boohoo. And next up is Card Factory, which kind of is still down quite a bit for me, down 28%. But yeah, I mean, I think at some point that company will wake up. It's just like, no one's kind of interested in that one at all right now. And then we have Jet2, which was known as Dark Group, finally changed its name to Jet2. Currently up 65% on that one, which is fantastic. Really happy with the returns on that one. And I'm going to carry on holding that one probably for another 2 to 5 year period. I think it's a really fantastic company. And then we have Greggs, which is actually in the green. We're currently up 10% on Greggs. And yeah, I think, like I say, I don't, even though it's back up, I have no plans to sell that one. I will eventually start trimming my position when I do get above 100% on that one. So And I think, when it comes back to paying a dividend as well, probably in a year or 2 years time, I think that'll only help things. Next up, Hollywood Bowl. This is the company that I really wanted to buy a lot more of, but it seems like I might have missed the opportunity now. But I still have a very good position that I'm really happy with if it doesn't go back down. Currently up 11% on that one. First time that was being positive for a little bit as well. And same again, no plans to sell that one until probably 100% gain on that one. JD Sports kind of gone a little bit more quiet over the last kind of 2 months really. Had a very good run, currently up 50%, but yeah, same again, happy with what's going on there. Legal in general, same again as like Airtel Africa, it's like my two dividend stocks that I have in here. Legal in general pay me about a 9% dividend yield, but as well as that, obviously a 10% gain at the moment is pretty good. I don't expect massive share price gains on it. If it can do 10% a year, I'm happy with that. But yeah, I'm mostly in that for the 9% dividend yield. MJ Gleason, I kind of didn't really average in this one, which I maybe should have done. I just think because I already had so many house builders in here. But still, that's still down 5%, but I'm sure that will come back sometime strong. And then we've got National Express, which I'm currently up 57%. Doing quite well on that one. Like I say, I'm happy to carry on holding that one. I think I'll start once again trimming that one when I get up 100%. That's when I'll probably start exiting National Express. So still happy with that one at the moment. But yeah, I mean, the thing is as well, it's a fantastic company that I'm sure will do well over the 2 to 5 years. So even though I might start trimming when it gets 100% above, I still want to have some shares still holding it because I do think it's a fantastic company. We've got Rightmove, which is up 25%. Once again, that company's been stagnant for the last 2 months. Seems like everyone's kind of moved out of like Rightmove and technology companies a bit more into these value plays like Barrett and Taylor Wimpey. Next up, Taylor Wimpey up 15%. That's kind of had a massive turnaround because at one point that stock was down 20% and now it's up 15%. So a bit of a reversal over the last few days. Some positive news came out of Taylor Wimpey on Monday as well, saying that they've seen a strong demand still, which I've been on the channel for like the last kind of 2-3 months saying there's still a massive demand in the house building market, so not much surprise in there. We've got Whitbread, which is one of the companies that I'm thinking about maybe selling out of just because I've got so many companies. Probably the one that I believe least in the portfolio. So I'm kind of thinking maybe I'll free up the cash in that one. But yeah, I mean, unless there's any bargains now, I don't want to have that much more cash on the side. So I'm kind of weighing it up because if I do sell it, then it means I'm probably going to move that money into maybe a brand new UK company, or I want to move it into like maybe Hollywood Bowl or Hugh. If I sell any companies now, I don't want it like sitting in a cash pile. I want it going back into the market. So I've just got to weigh that one up now with like, do I want to sell it and what opportunities are out there? So I'm not 100% decided on that one, but we are back up 15%. And then we've got WH Smith, which I'm currently up 17%. Once again, that's a bit of a reversal. That was another company who were down 20%, but doing quite well because of the vaccine news that's come back on it. So overall, it's been a bit of a turnaround in the portfolio because, like I say, we've only kind of got, I think, 2 stocks that are down now, which are MJ Gleason and Card Factory, which the coincidence is that those were the 2 companies that I averaged in at the least. So it kind of shows you that averaging does really work because, like I said, I didn't really do it with them 2 and they're the only 2 that are down. But happy with how everything's going in the portfolio. Obviously, we sold Barclays for a 50% gain. We've took some nice profits over Boohoo over the last few months, Aviva, EasyJet. So there's already been some nice profits, but the portfolio is starting to move now because obviously we've had the portfolio from March to November, so it is starting to get a little bit older now. So I would hope that some things are starting to move into the right direction now. Obviously nothing crazy because, I mean, there has been some crazy returns, but now that I'm starting to get a bit more into the longer term hold phase of this now rather than the early days, I would hope to see some of the stocks starting to move in the right direction to where they will be in 2 to 5 years. Obviously not there just yet because obviously it's not been 2 years, but some positive moves going in the right way. And you start looking now and you see companies like Jet2 that are up 60% and, you know, National Express up 60% and JD Sports up 50% and, you know, even Greggs and Hollywood Bowl moving in the right direction as well. You know, you're starting to see the portfolio coming together nicely, which is really good. And I think me sharing the portfolio gives you guys an idea of like what I'm doing and like transparency of what I'm buying and selling. And, you know, you can actually like trust that I'm in these companies and that I'm kind of not just throwing companies out there at you for like views or anything like that. You can see that this is actual money going into the portfolio when I'm buying, when I'm selling and everything like that. So I know some of you guys like tracking this one, so hopefully you found this useful on my UK portfolio. And like I say, this is all from the from Monday the 9th of November. So like I say, Tuesday and Wednesday won't be in this portfolio here if any stocks move or anything like that. but I think it gave you a good up to date with how everything's looking. So hopefully you found that useful, and as always, smash the like button. If you are new around here, make sure you subscribe so you can keep track with my portfolio and with what I'm buying and selling. And if you want to keep up to date instantly with what I'm buying and selling, make sure you join the Patrons group. Link is in the description, and I'll see you in the next video.